How wonderful to be back in an auditorium, the theater of learning that UTech is so prominent for. The Most Honourable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, Ambassador Dushyant Savadia, founder and CEO of Amber Group and Ambassador and Special Investment Envoy for Technology, appointed by our Prime Minister. Mr. Kevin Brown from Rolls-Royce and other places. Nice to have a smart, young, really outstanding engineer to run UTech that can put in a lot of long years to make this the institution that it can and must become and is becoming. Mr. Christopher Zaka walks around with the money bags. President and CEO of Sagicor Group. And of course, Mr. Howard Mitchell. Know him long time, from a long time, and him always controversial. And I said, oh, you weren't going to be controversial. No, I didn't say that. I just said I wouldn't attack you. All the people of Amber Group, members of the UTech, Jamaica's council and the members of faculty and staff of the university, members of the business community, media practitioners, and of course, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'm just coming from Parliament. Had to be before the Finance Committee of Parliament to explain what we're going to do in our budgets. Get a lot of questions, and some of them were these. What do you think of AI and the threats? Member of Parliament asking me. I said, AI, when Microsoft took it public, I remember it was November or whenever it was, or a year before, I saw it as I saw mobile telephony. Before, let's say 2003, 2004, maybe 5, people in Jamaica, India, Sri Lanka, had to wait 5 years to get a landline, if you get one. And mobile telephony, for which one of the first loans I gave at NCB when I came home, Sandra will remember, she was on the board then and on the board now still, was a $27 million loan to Digicel to launch Digicel's business in Jamaica. And soon after that, a very popular politician who I really liked, now deceased, could say, we don't have to wait 5 years. I can say now, hello, I have 2 phones, I can call myself. So I don't deny that there might be a threat, and there is a threat from AI. But we in Jamaica, and I'm so glad Amber Group is onto this, must see the opportunities. You can always see the threats, and then you never venture out. Oh, I can't speak, and so I can't fly, and I'm going to die. No, I'm not going to die. I'm going to start an empire, and look where he comes to start it, in Jamaica. We're so happy to have you. Ambassador Dushyant, we're happy to have you here. So when they asked me about it, I said, no, I'm looking at the opportunities. Why the opportunities? I just told you, you just asked me about the fact that, or the same member, asked me about the fact that we have 4.2% unemployment, very low, historically low. What we're going to do about looking after the BPO and the knowledge industry? I said, very simple. We have a small country. It's not contiguous to other countries. And so, unlike Europeans, we can't invade anybody. So we have to go and negotiate new markets overseas. How are we going to serve them? The BPO business, the knowledge business in Jamaica is over $1 billion, US dollars. How are we going to serve them? We're going to have to upskill the Jamaicans we have. Howard talks about 700,000 not in employment business in Jamaica. Some are elderly, some are too young, some are studying, some might choose not to work. Some can work, and they need to be upskilled, and HEART is doing that. But Amber has picked out a select group of that number and said, we are going to spend our money. We're going to infuse our technology into your brain. We're going to make you businessmen. We're going to make you businesswomen. We're going to make you successful. And yes, some of you might not make it at first, but at first you don't succeed. Try and try again. Remember, my granny used to tell me that. It's still true. So he brings this up, and he looks at the opportunities. And we have low unemployment, so we must upskill. Boy, am I happy Amber is here at this time. Just when we hit historical low unemployment. So then we are going to have to upskill and step up and make sure we sell new and different products to the world through our brain power. Because, as we say, we can't expand the land. But government, as Kalila said, must provide the space. We provide the playing field. We want to make it as level as possible, as even as possible. And we use the tax dollars that we get to help other people, to help people in business. The agencies, I have 20 agencies in my ministry. JAMPRO, JBDC, BSJ, that's Bureau of Standards, the Company Office of Jamaica, all of them there, and a whole set of others, JIPO, to help ordinary Jamaicans run their business. We take them out of their offices on roadshows across Jamaica because many ordinary people, MSMEs, won't come into the bank. I know that from when I ran NCB. They won't come into the agencies, so we take the agencies to them, circle around a big auditorium in hotels, and we talk to them. So when Dushyant is doing his thing and doing his launchpad and they launch, they're going to want money. The DBJ is there under the Prime Minister's ministry. Biggie is there to help you, and they can help you. The Exim Bank is there in my ministry is there to help you. JBDC is now getting $100 million this year, Jamaican, from the European Union to help businesses. We're finding ways to help you, and above all, in 2015, when it was said the junior stock exchange must be changed because of an agreement we were going to sign, we said no, not going to change. Audley Shaw almost went ballistic. He was the shadow minister of finance at the time. 2016, just before the election, then leader of the opposition, now prime minister, went to the stock exchange and said, we are going to keep it and we're going to strengthen it. The first thing Audley did, I was his senior advisor at the time, was to make sure we strengthen the junior stock exchange. So your launchpad people can get money. That is not, they don't have to pay it back every month in a loan, but equity that rich people like Howard and Chris can put in. And they wait till the company become, you think is your loan can attack? You remember we were in the same board together where we gave money. So they get the money to go and build their business, not as a loan. And Chris has to make loans. I make my living for all my years out of lending money. Loans are important, but equity is vital. So the government of Jamaica, the Andrew Holness administration, pumped money back in the junior stock exchange, kept it alive, and today billions of dollars have been given to ordinary Jamaicans. One guy, Ricardo Allen, I take him with me on my business missions. Traveler, you know him. You know him, I see you smiling. Ricardo has one-on-one business that is putting technology into schools, and while Campaign can have all the best teachers they want, Ricardo is building a system with the Ministry of Education that the ordinary school in St. Elizabeth, I'm from St. Elizabeth, country, but we have a great institutions called Monroe. But other schools can then get the same training that Campion gets because the technology is taking it to them. So this evening, we're here to celebrate Dushyant and Amber Group, and what a group from Jamaica. And constantly, Dushyant says to me when I speak to him, he tells me, oh, I'm going to South Africa. Ah, you have a company in South Africa? No, everything is headquartered in Jamaica. He says that with great pride. I watch him on social media walk up in the Himalayas and mark Jamaica on a big piece of rock up there. Jamaica is right up there because Dushyant took it there. So the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Jamaica's business ministry, is pleased. I'm here very pleased this evening to be at the launch of Amber UTech Launchpad ceremony to see what two bright young men are doing. Dushyant and Dr. Brown, we see that you collaborate, and lots of other people who around them who make it work. They get the naming this evening. But the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce is here to provide assistance for the nurturing environment that Amber is preparing for young Jamaicans. And as we look at people leaving Jamaica, very soon you're going to hear people coming back to Jamaica, coming back, leaving some very big names in the technology business to say, I want to come back home and work. Many of us came back to Jamaica not because we had to. We had alternatives. But we want to come back here. Dushyant didn't come here because he didn't have any alternatives. He has a whole continent called India. I know it very well. I've worked many years in India. My career was built in India. When I came back to NCB, I brought 15 Indians with me that brought the technology that we had. We're just putting in the new technology, and we had to have them. Infosys was a provider. And so I know that continent. He didn't have to leave it. And you know where India is today? It's the largest, fastest growing large economy in the world. He's in Jamaica. We're happy to have you. Glad you're here. And so today, as we mark this launch, we want to see that we have significant growth in local and foreign direct investments. Amazing. When foreign direct investors want to invest, they look for technology. Amber is producing it. Creating an enabling business environment. Creating jobs. And above all, we will be exporting knowledge services because, I'm going to leave you with this one number because everywhere I go, I leave it. For 61 of our 62 years, we've had a negative trade balance. The last time we had a positive trade balance was 1966. Long time ago, too long ago. We're going to have to change that. It won't take 6 months. It probably won't be done in 6 years, but it has to be done, and we must start it now. I'm glad Amber is here because a lot of those things, if he's selling to millions of people around the world, how many millions we have in Jamaica? So you know he's exporting. We're happy for that. We want to see that you continue that well. And so I want to say to you, this is a message akin to what Howard has been saying. And I've been saying for a year now, since I've been in the ministry, a year and a half, that as we get to lower unemployment and near full employment, because in an emerging market, 4.2% unemployment is pretty much full employment. So when we're there, the businesses, and I've been saying this, Howard, because I did it at NCB. I brought in the 15 of the brightest minds from the university. I said to the Vice Chancellor, just send me the 15 best graduates. I'll take them. I don't care if they study scripture. I want the mind. We'll train them. And we had them, because that's what the training I got after I left the business school in Boston and went to New York. They paid for me to learn for 9 months, not doing the work. Because they said, you think your business school is good? We're going to train you how you do banking the way we want you to do it. So I learned that, took it to NCB. Most of them now run other business elsewhere. But businesses have to invest to make sure you have the right people you want. So as we do that, I want to see that big companies also help small companies. We made sure we bought all our uniforms at NCB after I went there. Sandra will remember, this woman had nothing. She had a 1,500 square foot place with 7 people working. She was in a residential area. She would have been kicked out. We brought her in. I said we must choose one, give it to her. 5-year contract, $80 million. She almost died of collapse. Because she couldn't believe it. That's what big companies do. I knew how to finance contract, so we financed it. She bought her machines, moved into today, Mark Designs, that's a company, Miss Marcia Nicely, has a 24,000 square foot uniform manufacturing space, employs 140 Jamaicans, and export to 13 countries. Big companies must find ways to help small companies. Big companies must say, this year I'm going to spend $50 million or $1.5 billion. This percentage of this spend must be in Jamaica, where I have my business and where I employ the people who make my business. It has to be purposeful. Business leaders must make that decision. Amber has done it. $100 million last year to help ordinary people. What a great company. Welcome him. Thank you so much, Dushyant, and bless you.